The current size of the map of Africa is wrong. It's the world's longest misinformation and disinformation campaign.
It might seem to be just a map, but in reality, it is not.
You'd be surprised to know that in teaching cartography, there's a topic called lying with maps.
A spirited campaign to correct the map is now on. But first, what's the problem?
Look, we have for many years been taught that Africa is small when actually it's not.
In fact, Africa is big, really big.
Look at the size, 30.3 million kilometers squared. The only other continent that beats us is, I think, Asia at 44 million. But Africa is one landmass.
Africa has 6 different time zones. It's huge. 30 countries can fit into it. Japan, India, China, most of Europe, France, Germany, Italy. But yet, when you look at it, it looks much smaller than it is. And I think that's problematic.
So how did a continent so vast become visually diminished? To understand the genesis of this problem, we have to go back in history. It's 1569, and Belgian geographer Gerardus Mercator sets on a mission to convert the 3-dimensional globe onto a 2-dimensional map. He would be hailed as the man who mapped the planet, as his projection revolutionized maritime navigation. But while the Mercator map preserved compass directions, it distorted scale, dramatically enlarging areas around the poles while compressing those around the equator.
It's something I unfortunately became aware of late in my career. And I was just thinking that I never taught this fact, but I made up my mind that now that I've retired, I want to do I want to write a textbook for secondary school where this will be an issue and it will be tackled.
Well, Manchito taught cartography, the science of drawing maps, for 30 years, but only realized the magnitude of the distortion about 7 years ago.
I felt very upset because I'm a cartographer. And the fact that the inculcation is so deep that even for someone who is trained like me.
See, cartography has always made this distortion seem insignificant and harmless.
That is the sad reality of our colonial histories. Our education is colonial. The books I read in training for cartography, they are not written by us. Yes, they will mention, okay? It's not that, it's like hidden in plain sight. We do learn as cartographers, and we do teach that a projection is not does not show the real size. The minute you transform something that is round and 3-dimensional onto a flat surface, which is 2-dimensional, it only has length and breadth, you will distort certain things. And we teach that.
Are we making a fuss out of nothing?
It's not a fuss out of nothing. You'd be surprised to know that in teaching cartography, there's a topic called lying with maps.
Propaganda ilgili her zaman uygulanabilen bir yöntemdir tabii. Herkes uygular bunu.
There have been times in history when maps have been used to tell a lie, okay? And exaggerating the size of maybe the land that one country has conquered has been one of those lies.
Some say the Mercator map cemented political and economic dominance of Africa's colonizers and has played a part in the elimination of the continent from some key decision-making tables.
There is a very tangible link between the map and perception, because undermining and showing a reduced continent and a smaller continent very much undermines also that false perception of importance and power on the global stage.
I think the real life implications of it is that when you're dealing with something that is much bigger than it is, your policies towards it, your investment into it are actually impacted because you're basing it on incorrect information.
That's why the Correct the Map campaign, calling for the adoption of a map that reflects countries' true sizes, is gaining momentum.
The African Union supports this campaign, and sees that this campaign, through various actions, aimed at promoting this really accurate mapping and addressing historical inaccuracies. So being closely aligned with the AU broader goals of reclaiming Africa's rightful place on the global stage, challenging false narrative and promoting a more accurate and equitable representation of the continent.
Artık Batı'nın yüzyıllar boyunca acımasızca sömürdüğü bir kıta kendine gelme aşamasındadır.
So then, what's the alternative to the Mercator projection?
200'e yakın projeksiyon vardır ve bu projeksiyonların çoğu da kendisini icat eden bilim insanının adıyla anılır.
There's the Patterson projection, which came up, I think Patterson developed it around 2017. And it's called the Eco-Earth projection. It shows the real size of continents, but it distorts the shape. So I think this is not desired by some nations. Whereas Mercator, which has been used, keeps the shape, but distorts the size.
So which
Whereas
is the lesser
Patterson,
evil?
We want to keep the size so that when someone is looking at Africa in comparison to America, it will show that America is much smaller than Africa. Okay, 30 million kilometers squared compared to 9 or 10. I think America's around 9, 10 kilometers squared.
You would see the difference between North America and then how small it actually is compared to the continent of Africa.
We have to say yes, Patterson doesn't show the right shape, but the size is correct. And teach our children that, and teach the world actually that, because it's not only us Africans who have believed what we have seen.
Why is it so important for you that children know exactly how big Africa is?
Yeah, you know, it's like being in school and you start your grade 1, you're told you're small and useless. You grow up, you finish, you go to high school, people keep on telling you you're small, and they show you pictures of everyone else being bigger than you. It gets ingrained in your mind, okay? It's fixed in your mind, and you start believing this untruth. You will carry yourself as a small person, and you allow people to treat you as a small person because of the misrepresentation. And this is what has happened to our continent. We have, for years, allowed people to treat the continent as though it's a country. So for me, children need to know the value of their continent.
Right now, we're actively working on promoting a curriculum where the Equal Earth projection will be the main standard across all classrooms, and that it will be also the projections that's being widely used by all global institutions, including African ones as well. And to us, that's definitely going to be a metric of success.
Our size also means we have a lot of wealth. And the two should never be detached.
Africa holds 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. Beneath the surface, the continent is a rich reservoir of minerals. The Democratic Republic of Congo, for one, has the largest share of the world's cobalt reserves, accounting for 52.8% of the total. With this in mind, experts say it's time Africa's true size is reflected on the world map.
Eğer siz kendi haritalarınızı kendiniz çizmezseniz, çizecek altyapıya sahip değilseniz, çizecek yetkili, yetişmiş elemanlarınız yoksa sadece kartografya ve çizilecek haritalarda değil, diğer alanlarda da sizi istismar etmeleri, kandırmaları ya da sizi bu şekilde bir takım yollarla haksız duruma düşürmeleri mümkündür. Eğer gücünüz yetiyor ise, güçlü bir ülkeyseniz bunu zayıf ülkelere kanıksatırsınız. Kabul etmek zorunda kalırlar. İstemeseler de kabul etmek zorunda kalırlar.
For the next 3-4 years, we just have to correct the map.